So let's talk about processing and healing. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Faith. I'm a licensed therapist in the state of Ohio. And one of the things that I've been seeing a lot lately from other therapists is just the topic of healing. So I want to kind of add on to that. A lot of times I feel like people think that, I can't be in a relationship until I fully heal, or I can't do anything until I've reached the point of fully healing. And I just want to reiterate that healing is not linear. One day you might feel like you've talked about things, you might feel like you've processed things with someone, you might feel like I've done the work, I've put in the work to get through something, and that may all be true. But I think it's important to emphasize that you can process something and you can still have triggers for that same thing that you've processed later down the road. Meaning, if I've processed before, trauma that I've experienced in my life, that doesn't mean that I'm not still gonna have those same triggers later down the road. For example, I might, drive by a place that might remind me of that traumatic experience, or I might see something that reminds me of that. Those things are called triggers. Those things may always pop up, and that doesn't mean that just because those things pop up doesn't mean that you can't still be healing or processing something and be in a relationship. Two things can exist at the same time. You can be in a new relationship, you can be in a new friendship, and that doesn't mean that your healing has to stop just because you're in those things, or it doesn't mean that you can't still heal while you're in those new relationships. So all of this to say that two things can exist at the same time. You do not have to be completely healed in order to enter a new friendship, a new relationship. You can still be healing, and those things can coexist at the same time. You can also still have triggers. You can still be processing things, and it doesn't mean that you haven't fully healed. Hope this helps, and tune in for more.